feel like if it's going to show me occulty stuff, I need to have had an opportunity to learn occulty stuff by now, but clearly that's not the case.
Oh, someone has settled in here.
Uh-oh.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move!
Hey.
Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Let's team up.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
Oh.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
So
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
Oh, great. What?
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Looks like you've met your match, Baker. I'd like to see that more often.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Get this jackass out of here before I stroke his other cheek. But we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Oh, wow.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Doesn't look burnt down to me. And Kat, that seems like a great way to get arrested, shot, tackled for threatening an officer. There's 2 policemen right there. All right. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place he thought abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting interrupted in his search by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. So yours was the car that was blocking the street. This lady cut your face open and you didn't shoot her. Great. That's the kind of people we're working with. Are you not coming? God, the lack of balls on these police. How are we gonna get in? The gate's closed. Oh, fair enough.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion.
Again, it really doesn't look burnt down. Unless it's a, like, stone building, I
The
don't...
place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Silas Winchester? You're not the first to talk about Winchester.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Thought the mansion burned in a fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
No, wait a second. Everybody said the fire started in the dining room, burned the entire mansion down, and killed everybody, but Silas survived. They apparently got trapped in the drawing room, and there's no fire damage to the building? None of this makes any sense.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Yeah, why does your badge keep stretching with the rest of your chest? This place is falling into ruin.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels.
Really?
Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I'm gonna wager he either went to Antarctica, Egypt, or Darkest Africa, because those seem to be the 3 places to go for Lovecraftian stories. Anything I should be wary of?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Okay, so don't fight him. Got it.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you. If only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, I guess we're going this way. It is pretty darn spooky around here.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Hilltop house built in 1693. Officer, where'd you go? Oh, good. I was about to say. Yeah, I look away and you disappear. Hello. Oh, is this the family graveyard? Sarah Hawkins. She would have been 26.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
And not as attached to Charles.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
No, I need to look at the other one.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind
Poor
of
kid.
deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
And so far apart, too. They're like 20 feet apart. So, a fan, maybe a fan or a unrequited love for Sarah Hawkins, who did not like Charles for whatever reason, did not care about the son, or at least not enough to desecrate his grave, broke into the mansion after the fire, stole one of her paintings, and holed up in their warehouse. I don't know, it kind of screams like unrequited love, a brother, an estranged family member, something. Somebody who didn't like her husband, so... Old boyfriend, maybe? Kind of weird. Yeah, you hang out here. I'm gonna... see what else is going on around here. This is a spooky, spooky place. Maybe Silas is out here on the grounds. So that's where we came in, so where does this go? I feel like this would be the place to kind of hide something. Something culty, you know? Hello? Did you sit out here and watch the lighthouse or something like that? You could see the ocean from here. You could see everything from here. Oh, hello. Ah, a small wooden whale, a figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy that sailors make for their children. Okay, well, see, this is why we poke around. Is it just sitting in my... Doesn't really seem to do anything, but okay. And it wasn't green, so it wasn't hidden. So... It seems like a simple toy for an 11-year-old. I don't know a lot about children, but... like, I could have very easily missed that, so what is it? What does it mean? I bet you I can't climb over this
Recently
tree.
fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Yeah. Fallen or cut down.
Sturdy. And well sharpened.
Yeah. So... the main path got cut off. Wait, can I take that?
Sturdy. And well sharpened.
Yeah, so that didn't fall on its own, did it? We might have company, officer. Somebody put a tree across the path. No? Okay, he doesn't want to hear about it. I guess we're going up a side path. Okay. In we go. Yeah, this is... He's right, this is hardly 3 months wear and tear. This is... We're not spending our money on our house anymore. And then the game saved itself. Anybody looking at me out the windows, or are they all plywooded over? Looks like they're all plywooded over. So over here is the axe.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Oh my god. Somebody knows we're here. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Hello? Silas? Are you here? Anybody? It's so dark. I'm gonna have to brighten this footage.
This entrance is still in use.
Don't go in. I didn't say to go in.
Whoa! Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
Sarah Hawkins was important to you.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do.
The terrible
Go
old
on,
man.
then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Phew. Well, at least he didn't chop me into pieces. And where was Officer So-and-so who was going to make sure he didn't do that? There's a lot more to this place, but let's stay on track. I keep this door locked. There you are! Where were you when I was getting
Yes. Shall we enter?
pushed around by the goddamn weirdo with the axe?
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Oh, God. You are a piece of work, you know that?
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.